100 fascinating history facts. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring 100 incredible history facts from around the world. Get ready to learn something new about ancient civilizations, famous leaders, strange traditions, and events that shaped the world. Ancient civilizations. The Great Pyramid of Giza is over 4,500 years old and was once the tallest artificial structure in the world. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the invention of the iPhone than to the building of the pyramids. Ancient Mesopotamia is where the first known form of writing, cuneiform, was created around 3200 BCE. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon may have been built in Nineveh, not Babylon. The Library of Alexandria was one of the largest knowledge centers of the ancient world. The Mayans developed a calendar system that could predict solar eclipses. Ancient Romans used concrete so durable that it's still standing today. The Colosseum in Rome could hold between 50,000 and 80,000 spectators. The ancient city of Troy was believed to be a myth until it was excavated in the 1870s. The Indus Valley Civilization had advanced plumbing systems thousands of years ago. Famous leaders. Genghis Khan established the largest contiguous empire in history. A horde of bunnies once attacked Napoleon during a hunting trip. Winston Churchill won a Nobel Prize in literature, not peace. George Washington never lived in the White House. Pirates kidnapped Julius Caesar, and they demanded that he increase his ransom. Abraham Lincoln was a licensed bartender before becoming president. Queen Victoria survived at least 8 assassination attempts. Adolf Hitler was rejected from art school twice. Catherine the Great corresponded with famous thinkers like Voltaire. Nelson Mandela was on the U.S. terror watch list until 2008. Wars and battles. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand sparked World War I. The shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar, lasting 38 minutes. In World War II, a ghost army of inflatable tanks and speakers fooled the Nazis. Over 75 million people fought in World War II. The Vietnam War was the first war to be televised. During the Cold War, the U.S. once considered using a nuclear bomb to stop a hurricane. The Battle of Stalingrad is considered the deadliest battle in human history. Civil War soldiers sometimes received pay in the form of coffee. The Trojan War may have been based on real conflicts between Mycenaeans and Trojans. Ancient Chinese generals often used fire and smoke signals for long-distance communication. Strange historical facts. Medieval knights fought in armor weighing up to 100 pounds. Viking warriors believed dying in battle would bring them to Valhalla. The oldest known recipe is for beer, dating back over 3,900 years. During the Middle Ages, animals were sometimes put on trial. Roman concrete was made with volcanic ash, giving it incredible strength. Peter the Great once imposed a tax on beards. In 1518, a dancing plague broke out in Strasbourg, lasting for weeks. Early clocks only had one hand, the hour hand. Many Parisians initially disliked the Eiffel Tower. The Leaning Tower of Pisa took 200 years to build. Inventions and discoveries. Johannes Gutenberg's printing press revolutionized learning in the 15th century. Paper was invented in China around 105 CE. The compass, also invented in China, helped sailors travel great distances. Leonardo da Vinci sketched designs for helicopters and tanks centuries ahead of time. The steam engine fueled the Industrial Revolution. The telephone was patented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. Thomas Edison held over 1,000 patents. Nikola Tesla helped pioneer the use of alternating current electricity. The Wright brothers made the first powered flight in 1903. Penicillin, discovered by accident, changed medicine forever. Cultural and social facts. The Olympics began in ancient Greece in 776 BCE. Samurai in Japan followed a strict honor code called Bushido. In ancient Egypt, cats were worshipped, and killing one was punishable by death. Chopsticks were first used over 4,000 years ago. In medieval Europe, salt was so valuable that it was sometimes used as currency. Shakespeare invented over 1,700 words in the English language. The first university was founded in Morocco in 859 CE. During the Renaissance, art and science flourished in Europe. Ancient Athens is often considered the birthplace of democracy. The Great Fire of London in 1666 destroyed much of the city but killed fewer than 10 people. Exploration. Christopher Columbus never set foot on mainland North America. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition was the first to circumnavigate the globe. Leif Erikson reached North America around 500 years before Columbus. The Silk Road connected China with Europe for centuries. Marco Polo's travels inspired explorers for generations. The search for spices primarily drove the age of exploration. Mount Everest was first summited in 1953. The Titanic sank in 1912 after striking an iceberg. The Panama Canal was completed in 1914, linking the oceans. Humanity reached the moon in 1969 with Apollo 11. Politics and laws. The Magna Carta was signed in England in 1215. The Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4, 1776. The French Revolution began in 1789, overthrowing the monarchy. Women gained the right to vote in New Zealand first, in 1893. Prohibition in the U.S. lasted from 1920 to 1933. The Berlin Wall symbolized the Cold War division of Europe. The United Nations was founded in 1945. South Africa's apartheid system lasted until the early 1990s. The U.S. Civil Rights Act was signed in 1964. The European Union grew out of post-war peace efforts. Science and innovation. Isaac Newton developed the laws of motion and gravity in the 1600s. Galileo was forced to recant his support for heliocentrism. Charles Darwin's On the Origin of Species revolutionized biology. Albert Einstein developed the theory of relativity in the early 1900s. The first computer was created in the 1940s. Space exploration advanced rapidly after World War II. Sputnik 1 was the first satellite launched into orbit in 1957. DNA's double helix structure was discovered in 1953. The Internet originated as ARPANET in the 1960s. The Human Genome Project was completed in 2003. Odd, but true history. Emperor Nero allegedly fiddled while Rome burned. Ketchup was once sold as medicine in the 1800s. Napoleon measured 5'6", average height for his time, not unusually short. In 18th century Europe, pineapples were rented out as luxury displays. Ancient Egyptians mummified not just people, but also pets. The guillotine was used in France until 1977. Some medieval castles had rooms designed as toilets directly over moats. London's Big Ben is the bell, not the tower. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886. The first email was sent in 1971.